Hey guys, today is March the 7th of 2018 and I want to go over Bitcoin using WD Gann's price and time technical analysis and also including machine learning and market geometry. So please pause the video and read the video disclaimer. Alright guys, so we first off going to start out with Bitcoin. As you can see, we have broken this trend line right here. And it's a nice big drop. We've broken the 20, the 50, and the 100 moving averages, so that's below. I was chopping around here. You see my last videos. I said the second probably was a good entry, but that we were probably going to face some heavy resistance. And I think we even didn't get to kiss that 11,788. It just dropped. So I'm going to show you some things, some dates for you to watch if you trade Bitcoin. As a disclaimer, I don't trade Bitcoin, but I'm watching it because I want to get into a stock that I'm watching. So I'm watching how Bitcoin is behaving, so you can give me a timing entry to get in on that stock I'm watching. So first off, let's turn out our indicators here and see what we got. Let's look at the pitchfork. This one right here. It looks like we're back in this bearish channel on the pitchfork. We could, we'll show you something here that you have options with regards to the pitchfork. This is the original pitchfork. And you can see that the speed is down. It kind of came off it. So this one's not that great to use, the original. It's between the shift and the modified. So this one, its head peaked out through here and failed here and came down. If you use the modified one, this is the one I've been using, and it was showing, because it was kind of finding resistance here. But there is also resistance here, and I'll show you on another screen. But either whichever one you want to use, if it's this one or this one, it's not in the channel here, but it's in the channel on this setting. So we'll leave it here. Next thing, let's hide this, and let me show you this one. Now this one, it's the same thing. The original is the original pitchfork, and you can look it up on Google. You can study it. From A, B, C, you see that the angle, we could probably get a little closer. Let's see. Yeah, let's get a little closer here. You can see that the angle, it failed it on the 5th. Right? I could just close this and double click this here. Maybe. Yeah. All right. So that's the original. It failed it there. If you do the shift setting, prices already cracked the that angle. If you use the modified version, didn't help out either. You're out of the channel. So you could use mostly the modified. I'm between the modified and the shift, and prices already cracked. So that is not good. And you can see here that it was on the 50% in the angle on the pitchfork. On the modified, I never got to it, but it was on this in between the it could be either 0, 25, 50, 75. So I don't know how I started the going from the 8. Either way, it failed that angle there too. And if you do a trend line, you could have done a trend line from here, and you still failed it. From this pivot point here, I did it from over here, and trying to see if it was just going to hold that, but it failed. So however you want to look at it, it failed either way. So right now it's the 7th and it's not looking good. You're below the moving averages, and this could probably be a bull trap. Another thing to keep watch is that you came up here, you failed it. You came up here and you failed it. That's what they call fail new high. Fail new high. I call it FNH. You tried twice. It could probably try it again the third time. And maybe the third time it may break through. But right now you have, two X's here. Fail, fail. What's that showing is that the bulls don't have the strength to go over it the second time. So that's not good. That's against the bullish momentum. On top of that, you cracked a trend line. But it doesn't mean that it won't try to get back up. But I'm just showing you what I'm seeing. So if you were long from the second, and you weren't trailing your stops, because looking at the way Bitcoin is moving, it does a lot of head fakes and a lot of quick turns, and this is not a kind of market where you want to buy and not trail your stop up, or just keep it really snug. Put it under a low here. If it takes out that high, and it goes to here, put your stop below this candle and keep, so like that you won't give back your gains. And that's what I'm noticing on this kind of market. Even though if you get stopped out, but you're not going to be long here and your stop is down here and you're like, damn, look at that. That thing just came all the way here and it's about to get my stop, and all this gains I just lost. So that's just something for you to, keep on the back of your mind. But this is the kind of market I will put my stop right under the low of the next candle and just keep trailing it and looking at the cycles. Another indicator there we needed to watch was the sine wave. I don't know if I have it here. Maybe I don't. Maybe I do. Let's see. This one? Yeah. All right, so we gotta reset this thing here. Okay, so the sine wave from the first impulse wave, you can see that we kind of got some tops, some swing lows. Some of it was chop. So let's go over here. The second was a buy. And then I was looking at, since it's coming to the sine wave up here, that peak is the 7th. Look at that. So from here to the top, from this sine wave, the second, all the way to the 7th, look, it just made the low. So it was a head fake. That's why you gotta tighten your stops on this kind of thing, because they'll get you. Now what's next? The next cycle will be the 12th within that first impulse wave. So could Bitcoin, go down and test this low on the 12th? I don't know. I'm just showing you what I'm seeing, because now it's not looking too good. You got support here at that swing pivot low, and so if that holds, you could push higher, but we got to see. I want to see it test it, and then the next day not break through it. Maybe 2 or 3 day window, see if it pushes higher. But this needs to hold. If this doesn't hold right here, you're gonna test that swing pivot low. Maybe on the 12th. So that's one way of looking at it. And they got a lot of bulls out. The weak ones, actually, not the strong ones. And so that's that on the sine wave cycle. So you want to watch now the 12th. Next thing, we can look at the futures, and the futures shows the same thing. We failed here, and that was the XBT, the BTC. We failed here, and we failed here. So you got a swing pivot low here that you have to watch, and this is a daily chart. and you're pretty much below, all the moving averages right here. So something to consider if you're thinking about going long. And lastly, I wanted to show you my, this is the machine learning aspect of it. So I've been running some algos on this, some machine learning techniques, and these are some of the forecasts that it's showing. So it's not saying that that's what's going to happen, but I'm just showing you what the machine is showing. Let's see. So right here, as you can see, the machine was learning from the past data, and from the 12/18th, it just started forecasting. So the machine didn't know this part of the chart was already established. So it said there was going to be a swing low here, and you can see that it wasn't a swing low. It was more of a swing top coming. So when you look at the machine, especially with this software and program, you had to look at it in the back of your mind that it could be inverting. So the machine is saying, you know what, on the 4th, it could probably be a swing low, and then you could go long. But if you see prices action going high, and you're getting close to that machine learning date, chances are that it's going to probably turn. So it turned, and then price action is king, as they say. Once you see that red, what I call a bear kicker, you just would have shorted it, put a stop up there, and rode it down. Then the machine was saying that, you know what, maybe there could be a low. Well, actually, if you look at it the way it says, there's a top here. And actually, it wasn't a top. It was a swing low here, and it just kind of consolidated back and forth. But it picked the swing top right before the drop. So I give the machine 2 points right here. That looks positive in my eyes. I don't know how you will look at it, but the way I see things in the markets and the way I'm learning, the way the machine does its analysis, this was a nice little sell-off. It would have been tricky. You probably could have been like, you know what, today I'm putting a long right here and a short right here. And whatever gets triggered, that's where we're going. But it was showing that something was going to happen here. And then, a swing low came here. The machine didn't pick that up. And the machine just says that, you know what, it's going down all the way to the 21st. But if price action goes higher, then you know what? It can mean that we're probably going to do a swing top on the 21st. So that's how you got to look at it. I'm just showing you the tips of how I do my analysis using machine learning, and I'll show you some other stuff. So as of right now, the 21st, that's a date you want to put. Get your paper, get your sticky note, write something on it, and just say, hey, the 21st, watch Bitcoin and see what it's going to do. That's that one. The next one I'm going to show you, and these are two machine learning techniques I'm using. This one, there's a lot of stuff going on here. This one is the neural network, and let's see what we got here. There was nothing. There was no dates here. There was a date here on the 19th, and it missed the top right here. So it was a day early, and there was a swing top, and it pulled back down. And then this one's going all the way out to April. So we're not going all the way to April. We're just going to deal with we're dealing with March. That's what I'm trying to take it at a month at a time. So nothing is going on here. Let's take that one out, and let's show this one. This one has a little more action. Let's see. So it said there was a swing low here on 2/3, February the 3rd. So nothing really happened. It came too early. The low was on the 6th. So that one was kind of like a dud. That didn't work out. It said that there's a swing high here on the 25th, and actually what it did pick up was the swing low of the price action. So that one, I give it a score in my eyes. You probably think like, oh no, he said it was going to be a top here. It looks like it's going down, but I'm just trying to show you and teach you how this algorithm works. It gets inverted, like sometimes cycles. If you study cycles, that's what happens. So prices is going up here, and then this one is picking something up on the knife. So this is what I wanted to show you on the knife, and then it goes all the way out to April. So the algo is saying something is going to happen on the knife. Let's look at the chart. So we have the 7th, we got the 12th, and the knife. So what happens on the knife? Chances are that maybe on the knife it does a swing low and then maybe continues trying to get back on this channel to push higher. Or it goes up again within, tomorrow and does a swing top on the knife and pushes lower. So however you want to look at it, you got to see price action. What is it doing once it gets to the knife? I'm leaning more towards that it could probably push lower towards the 9th, 10th maybe. And then you got to keep an eye on the 12th. But that's if you're going with the machine learning technique, the 9th, that it may probably do a swing low and maybe get some weak bulls on the 9th and then pop up and then see what happens there. So that is a possibility if the knife pans out. If the knife doesn't pan out, then you got the 12. So that's how I'm looking at that. And then I think that's it. Yep, that's it on that. So lastly, because I don't want to make this video too long. So Bitcoin March forecast. You want to keep an eye on the 9th, the 10th, the 12th, the 26th, the 29th, and anywhere between the 20th and the 22nd. You could pause this, you could write this down, you could take a screenshot. These are the dates you want to watch. These dates are not telling you if it's bullish or bearish. These are the cycle forecasting dates that I've calculated using market geometry. So far, market geometry is confirming with the machine learning that there could be a possible swing low maybe or a swing high. It may even squeeze some shorts that are piling up here and maybe do a swing high and then come down. Or it may do a swing low and then, test this. It's probably going to be testing this. Let me see. Yeah, it's already tested it. So it may just kind of go back and forth here and then shoot up. Or it may be a dud. It may not do anything. So just giving you those options. So I am going to sign out. Keep your eyes on the markets. Place your stops. This Bitcoin market is no joke. I mean, look at this. Look at this thing. This thing is just going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And what does it look like it? Could it be down? I don't know. Another thing, look at this. Market geometry using the pitchfork. Modified. It picked that swing top right here. So that was showing there was going to be resistance. Market geometry. So the techniques I use is Gann theory, machine learning, which I call it is like an augmented helper. Does calculations, and then market geometry, sacred geometry. And try to tie it all together and get a cluster of information and then just see what price action does. And then I determine what I'm going to do. Hopefully you like this video. I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on Bitcoin.